Do you like the idea of packing a carry-on only, but can't seem to manage? Hi, I'm Lori, a senior solo traveler, and I'll share some tips that will hopefully condense and lighten your load. I'll start with some packing techniques, and then I'll talk about some simple game changers that we tend to overlook or ignore. Fill the handle gap. Before you place anything in your luggage, fill those creases that are created by the luggage handle. Try not to leave any extra space. Socks, underwear, an umbrella, electronic cords, all fit pretty well in here. Pants packing method. After you have filled the handle gap, lay the top of your pants in the bag, but let the rest of the leg hang over the bag. Alternate sides with the crotch facing in. Don't lay your pants on top of each other in one pile. Your goal is to create the thinnest possible layer. Rolling or folding methods. Next, use a Ranger or Army roll for your t-shirts. To do this, you create a cuff at the bottom, fold the arms in, then fold the shirt in thirds, one side over the other. Then starting at the top, you roll to the cuff and then flip it over. The cuff compresses your shirt and doesn't let air in. Use a similar technique for long sleeve shirts. For collared shirts, use this technique. Lay the collar side on the table, fold 1/3 of the shirt in, then fold the arms like this. Then do the same to the other side. Instead of rolling the shirt, fold the bottom almost all the way to the collar, then fold in thirds so you leave the collar on the outside so it doesn't get wrinkled. Now, some people believe in rolling your pants too. I don't, because they are too bulky and create gaps. Compression packing cubes. Next, put your rolled items in a compression packing cube. Now, it took me a while to get convinced about compression packing cubes. I have used regular packing cubes on and off for years, but I was unconvinced that the compression in these cubes would make that much of a difference because your suitcase compresses your clothes anyway. At least that was my thought. However, after trying them, I do think they help keep everything as condensed as possible, which makes it easier to close your bag. Just make sure you select lightweight ones. I actually ordered a couple other brands that I ended up returning because they were too heavy. I landed on these by Tripped because they're very lightweight, and I actually like the fact that they're color-coded, which makes it easier to find things. Fill and fit like a puzzle. Once you have the cubes filled, place them on top of your pants. If there is space, you can add some more items here. Then fold the pants back over the top. This keeps your pants from getting creased at the knees and utilizes the space at the ends of your bag that often goes unused. Use space inside shoes. You don't want to leave any voids in your bag, so find small items to put inside your shoes, such as socks or jewelry. Then rather than put them in a shoe bag, use a thin shower cap or plastic bag to save space. Don't put both shoes into one bag so you have the ability to move them around. Sometimes it is best to put shoes in facing each other. Sometimes it is best to separate them. Next, put your toiletries, shoes, and other items into your bag. I'll talk more about how to minimize toiletries later. You'll want to move things around to see what is the best fit. Think of it like a puzzle and leave no gaps. Done, and the bag is easy to close. Okay, now I can just imagine some of you saying, "Oh, but I need to pack so much more than she just did." Well, I have to tell you, I packed much more than I normally do, just to show you that it can fit. So let's talk now about how you can minimize your load. But first, if you like this content, please subscribe and check out the Senior Solo Travel website and Facebook forum. I've left links below. Okay, so here are some simple game changers. Packing list. One of the most important things you can do is create a packing list. If you pack haphazardly, you will invariably pack more than you need. I have created a comprehensive packing list that I use for every trip. Whenever I think of something I might need on any trip, I add it to this master list. Then for each trip, I go through the list and cross out anything I won't need for this particular trip. So I'm left with a list of what I truly need to bring. This way I don't forget anything, but also don't bring something I won't need. I have left a free downloadable packing list in the description. You can use it as a starting point and adapt it for your needs. Pack the minimum. You need to be very specific about what you really need to bring in terms of clothing. How many shirts do you need? How many shoes do you need? How many pants do you need? And you got to stick to this. Don't pack a separate outfit for every day. Plan to wear things more than once. Plan to wear things more than once. When you're selecting your clothing items, start with your shoes. Since shoes are the bulkiest items you pack, plan to wear one pair and only pack one or two more. If you do have to pack a second pair, try to pack a pair that are slim. Select clothing items that go with your shoes. Once you've figured out your shoes, then make sure the clothing you select will all work with your selected shoes, so you aren't tempted to try to squeeze in another pair. Do laundry if needed. I usually pack about 5 shirts and 3 pairs of pants, which will take me through about 10 days before I might have to do laundry. For colder weather, winter climates, then I might have a few more items because I need more layers. If my trip is longer, then I do laundry, usually in the sink or using a dry bag. Mix and match. Importantly, all the clothes I pack mix and match. There are plenty of videos out there talking about capsule wardrobes. The basic concept is packing tops and bottoms that all go together. So if you have 5 shirts and 3 pairs of pants, you basically have 15 different outfits. I do this on every trip, and frankly, I do wear a lot of black because it doesn't stain or show spots and it all matches. The bottom line is you want to determine the number of clothing items before you begin packing, so you don't add anything extra. And don't pack anything for those maybe moments. If you pack less, you use less. Recently, I was talking to a friend whose luggage didn't arrive before she got on a cruise ship. And she said she realized how little you really needed. Now, I've packed minimally for years with the idea that if I really needed to, I could buy something. Well, I have never bought something. I've always made do. So trust yourself that you can make do with what you pack. And a little side comment here. Often when we go on vacation, we have this romantic vision in our brain of what the vacation will look like, and you might be picturing dressing up, fancy restaurants, and special events, requiring clothing to match that dreamlike vision. However, the realities of traveling are generally much more casual, and no one will fault you for dressing more casually when you're traveling. So throw in a nice outfit if you must, but don't overdo it. Minimize toiletries. If you can use some of the products provided at the hotel or lodging, great. It lightens your load. However, if you're like me and like to use your own products, then your goal is to use only what you need for that specific trip. Your best bet is to purchase travel bottles in various sizes. For example, I put hair gel in this tiny tub, hair conditioner in this small travel bottle, and lotion in a larger tube. Of course, they all need to be less than 3 ounces. I bring bar soap and shampoo, which is lighter than liquid versions, and I put them in a Matador soap bar bag, which is lighter and thinner than a typical soap container. And if it is a short trip, I don't bring a full bar. I think you get the idea. Toiletries can get out of hand, so choose wisely and only bring what will sustain you for the length of the trip. Final check. Before you begin packing, lay everything out and set aside what you will wear and anything that will go in your personal bag. And then make one final assessment. Is there anything that is particularly bulky? Can you swap it out for something else or wear it on the plane? A viewer suggested using silk long johns instead of pajamas. I tried it and now pack them all the time. They are incredibly lightweight and condensed to nothing. So see if you might have something that is lighter and easier to pack. I think if you stick to these rules, you'll have no problem getting everything in your bag and might even find you have extra space. I have left links to any products mentioned in the description, but one final note of caution. Sometimes when we condense and compress everything very tightly and really pack that bag, it can go over the weight limit. So just be wary of that and make sure you check the weight limit and restrictions before you walk out the door. If you'd like to follow my senior and solo travel journeys, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Cheers!